Do you know how many people live in coastal and deltaic areas worldwide? And what happens to these places when the sea level fluctuates? Well, sea level fluctuation is a significant impact of climate change caused by ocean warming or ocean cooling. Studying this natural function is vital as 60% of the world's population lives in these places. If the sea level rises, coastal communities and infrastructure are at risk of flooding and erosion. An ideal place to study this natural process is Bangladesh, which is situated in the world's largest delta. Although this South Asian country is only equal to the size of Georgia state in the United States, 170 million people live there, which is like 50% of the global deltaic population. My research is based on recent satellite images to understand how this country's 580-kilometer coastal landscapes have evolved. So, I tried to understand the impacts of sea level change and how this natural process can affect human lives in this country. I used European Space Agency's satellite data and ArcGIS Pro software to analyze this location. What I have found is a massive change in the coastal landscape. The central Bangladesh coast has changed significantly since 1990, as you can see from the updated geological map I created. It shows many new lands marked with red color, where the black color is indicating the land loss over the past 32 years. The highest percentage of land gain and land loss made the central Bangladesh coast vulnerable to sea level shifting and flooding. In contrast, the western mangrove forest is the least susceptible coastal area to changing sea levels. With plenty of vegetation, this forest protects the land from being eroded when the sea level moves. So, planting mangroves in vulnerable lands can be a helpful way to make the unstable coast more stable. Similarly, my study can guide us to understand other vulnerable shorelines too. For example, the Mississippi River Delta in Louisiana is very susceptible to sea level change because it loses a tennis court of land every 13 seconds. With a similar analysis, we can also learn how climate change and sea level movement impact Louisiana's coastal environment. In that case, my research can guide people in studying the results of climate change on a global scale.